And hello there, it's Dr. Brenda, sociologist, financial coach, founder of Gutsy Women Finances Community, full-time RVer, traveling the country with my 3 cats. Hey, please subscribe below, hit that bell to be notified of new videos. If you already subscribed, thank you so much, means a lot to me. I'm in my Jeep because I'm going to talk today about the solution I came up with for my routinely dead battery after towing the Jeep. Okay, so I've been on the road for over 2 years, and it's taken a while to get everything in play to figure out, what's going on and how to stop this dead battery situation. So when I first started out, I was out for maybe 4 or 5 months, had no problems at all, just hitched up, connected everything, went from place to place. Never had a dead battery, and then it happened once, and then it happened twice, and then it happened 3 times. So I came up with my own little acronym to figure out to solve this. It's LEDD. Okay. So the first thing I did is I went to one of the most helpful groups that I belong to is my Winnebago Aspect group. So I went on Facebook, I said, hey, you know what? I keep ending up with a dead battery in my Jeep after I tow it. Any hints? And someone suggested, okay, this is what's connecting the electrical power. Okay, this goes to my RV, this goes to the front of my Jeep. So these 2 guys are feeding off of, the Jeep is feeding off of the RV battery. So she said, the first thing you do is put the lights on, drive with your lights on in the motorhome, and get the power off in the Jeep. So I've been doing that regularly. So LEDD, L, lights on motorhome, E, electric power off in the Jeep. And basically what that means for me is I turn the lights off, I turn the AC off, and that does the trick for me. So lights on motorhome, electric off here, the power off here. All right, so I've been driving like that for a while, and that seems to work with the exception of my overnight stays. So right now I am at a pull-through, which is my preferable, if I don't have to unhitch all the way, that is perfect. So if I'm just doing a one-nighter, a pull-through is pretty perfect for me. And this happened when I went from Texas into Mississippi, had a layover, had a one-night stay, I believe in Louisiana, and got into Mississippi, unhitched, my Jeep battery was dead again. And I'm like, there's something I'm doing wrong, I'm missing a step. I regularly, if I'm overnighting, I disconnect, okay? I disconnect this, put it away. Now, I also, this is my RViBrake. I brought it out so you can see it, okay? That sits on the floor. So I also disconnect the power from that. So I've got, this connector, and then the power connector is over here. Okay, so I disconnect. All right. What I'm finding is that wasn't enough. So I got L, lights on motorhome, E, electric power off here, D, disconnect this cable, disconnect my RViBrake. The key is one more D. I drive a Jeep because it's pretty easy to get it in and out of tow mode. What I was doing is I disconnected the power, but I left the Jeep in tow mode. So that would mean that I have a little neutral button. The neutral button would stay on. Now what I've started to do is I pull into, like I pulled in yesterday afternoon, and I also disengage. So what that means is, for me, the reason I drive a Jeep is because it's really very simple. I have this knob over here, and I go through a routine, and that will get it in and out of tow mode. So what I do is I disengage the tow mode so that it's you know, ready to drive. And I have found that that has halted my dead battery problem. Okay, so now I have that last D. LEDD. Okay, that's a really easy way for you to remember, easy way for me to remember. Lights on the motorhome. E is what? Electric power off in the Jeep. D, disconnect. Disconnect your RViBrake. Disconnect the cable. D, if you got a Jeep, or might be true for other vehicles, I don't know, let me know in the comments. D is disengage. So don't get out of that tow mode, put it back into regular drive mode, and you should be okay. So if you're watching this and you've had, you know, the odds are you're watching this because you've had a dead battery problem with your tow vehicle, probably your Jeep. I hope that this helps you because it's taken me a long time to put all the pieces together. And LEDD, lights on, motorhome, electric off in the Jeep, disconnect the cable and the RViBrake, D, disengage from tow mode. Got it? All right, I hope that helps you. Let me know in the comments. I am, this is the rare time in my travels where I have 3 travel days back to back to back. Okay, and travel days are kind of tough. It was 6.5 hours yesterday. Today's a shorter day, 4 hours. Tomorrow's a longer day, more to 5 to 6. So it's the travel days take a lot out of you, but now that at least I have this figured out. One more tip. Okay, when I disengage from tow, I will start the vehicle. So yesterday when I got here, I started the vehicle, let it run while I did some setup stuff. This morning before I go, I'm going to start the vehicle, let it run for about 15 minutes. I just want to have a peace of mind that this battery is working, and I want to give it the opportunity to charge up before I go to my next destination. So yeah, start the car, just make sure it's working okay. All right, that's it. That's my tip, LEDD, if you're towing a vehicle, especially towing a Jeep. All right, you guys take care. Hope to see you on the road. Let me know if this advice works for you. Bye-bye.